is going to be on our right.
Perfect. Crown to fish. Fish got the crown. I think we're good to go.
All right, we're going to Braxis Holdout for a game 2 between Nightshade and Better Than Yesterday.
Yep. People commenting that your audio is still muted. I assume it's coming in from a little bit ago. Should be all set now.
Yes, it will sort itself out. All right, teams look like they're ready to go. And we're going to get going into Braxis Holdout for game 2 between Nightshade, and Better Than Yesterday in this Division 2 playoff action for tonight.
All right, and if we were correct earlier, Nightshade is on the left, and they will have the first ban. So I feel like some team might ban KT. Kel'Thuzad, that is.
It's entirely possible. If our first game was any indication, Kel'Thuzad is absolutely disgusting when he's used effectively.
Yeah, when you pair him with teams that rely on those kind of blow-up strategies centered around Stitches, he can be very devastating, giving that extra giant root presence needed to complement Stitches.
Very much so. Like I said, like almost whenever that KT landed a chain onto 2, it almost always led to a kill. But we see the Dahaka band come out of Nightshade.
Jamsters34 in chat says, "Good luck to Nightshade from Snitches Get Stitches."
You're never going to get that right the first try.
One day.
One day.
And I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Do I have to go through the VODs?
Yes. I'm 100% sure I did, so. I got it once.
You got it? Okay, well, you never have to do it again then.
Exactly. I already nailed one take. You should just dub me in every time.
I'm not doing that again. I do not have a career in Kung Fu dubbing heroes commentary. We see the Anubarak band from Better Than Yesterday, and 2 just really solid bands. A lot of mobility on both those tanks, with the global presence on the side of Dahaka and a massive amount of movement from the.
And there's that first pick, Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad really flexing his muscles so far in this tournament. Guess we'll be seeing him again.
Yeah, we'll see how he panned out very. And oddly enough, we saw like deja vu all of a sudden. Our first game of the night, we saw him played on Braxis Holdout.
Yeah, this might be a very strong map for him. We'll have to wait and see what they followed up with. But like I said, there's some very strong synergy with Stitches there. And Stitches is very much in the meta as a very strong tank. So I expect a Stitches pickup on the side of Nightshade. Better Than Yesterday right now, considering their options. There's some great heroes on the board, obviously, as we just started the draft. They're going to go with the Sonya. Not a bad pick here in Braxis Holdout. Followed up with a Rhaegar. Sonya very good at being able to dive on Kel'Thuzad, and at level 10, when you can throw a Leaping Strike and Ancestral the Sonya if she gets in trouble, that's a nice little combo there.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm really happy with this Sonya pickup. Seeing her first pick is a little unusual, but it doesn't really tip your hand that much. Sonya being an incredible solo laner, you almost have to commit to 2 on the other side if you're Nightshade just to deal with her. Or pick your own incredibly strong solo laner as well, like Arthas or somebody like that. Someone that could deal with a Sonya.
And obviously, Sonya has the capabilities of murking solo very early on in the game, which can be very important on Brax's holdout. There's not much to do in between beacon phases, and murk pushes can really solidify what you get out of your next beacon. We see Stukov and Diablo from NightShade, though. Diablo pairs very well with Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, this is a very strong lineup so far coming out of Stukov. If Kel'Thuzad does land the stun and the root combo, that's almost a free APOC on top of it for an even longer amount of disable on the side of Nightshade. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Nightshade's draft so far.
And don't forget, Diablo can follow up a Shadow Charge onto the Glacial Spike, or Glacial Shard.
Yeah.
Kel'Thuzad's Glacier. That is terrain that heroes can be knocked into for extra stun time from Diablo. So small little bit of synergy there. We see the Malthael ban come out from Better Than Yesterday. Pretty standard stuff there. Malthael's a very strong hero, especially if they plan on going double tank, which is likely when Sonya is picked. Or double warrior, rather.
Yeah, that's I'll call it a meta ban, because honestly, Malthael's still really strong.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing hero. He can stack a lot of damage, and he's very disruptive if you plan on using more than one warrior. So probably a good ban there on the side of Better Than Yesterday.
We'll see what Nightshade decides to go with for their second ban. I'm looking to probably ban out another tank, and they're hovering the Garrosh right now, and really that's a pretty smart pick for a ban right there.
Yeah, with a Nubarek, Dahaka, and Diablo all off the table.
Oh.
Shenanigans. A Cho'Gall pickup on the side of Better Than Yesterday.
Betting the farm on this.
Yeah, that's a risky play right here, because he's still got two picks that can come in and contend with Cho'Gall. Obviously, the Anubarak and the Malthael, Cho'Gall's biggest threats, are off the board, but there are still plenty of options to disrupt Cho'Gall. You can obviously snake Ariel away here if they planned on going double support. You have the option of taking Tassadar away as well. Both heroes would fit fine on the team comp they currently have. You can also take Leoric and Greymane. Leoric provides a lot of control over Cho'Gall with the prison, and obviously at 13 when he comes online for that percentage-based damage off of his leech life, just melts Cho'Gall down.
We'll see. Really comes down to this last pick on the side of Better Than Yesterday. Really, what do you pair? I mean, Ariel still is on the board, but it leaves you lacking in so much damage, however.
Yeah, you're really betting the farm on Cho'Gall there. With Sonya in the back, though, you could maybe. And, well, no, you can't, so never mind. I won't go down that, because Morales... Ariel, that's how it is. I was going to say you could consider a Morales if she wasn't banned in this current tournament due to bugs. Stim Drone is very effective on Sonya, and it leaves Cho'Gall a little bit of room to maneuver around, because he might not be quite the focus. But, alas, not to be.
We've got our teams lined up for this game 2 between Nightshade and Better Than Yesterday. You are watching Chair League Division 2 playoffs here on Nexus Commentaries. I'm Zexorus. With me is my good friend Balrog Fan, and we're gonna get this game started once I love this loading screen. I hate this map, but I love this loading screen.
It's a pretty cool loading screen. A lot of stuff going on. Very excited to see Kel'Thuzad in action again. Always fun to see a brand new hero, especially one as that just seems to have come out both guns ablazing. His root kit is very scary.
It really is. As we saw earlier tonight, it just led to so much incredible damage and so many kills on the side of Trog Squad that it was just filthy to watch. But this game loads up nice and quick.
And we're going to go ahead and introduce the teams. On the blue side, we have Team Nightshade. And on Diablo, we have Rebrabo. On Kel'Thuzad, we have Griff22. On Leoric, we have Briley. On Stukov, we have Evan Fries. And on Greymane, we have Qtoza.
And on the side of Better Than Yesterday, we have Masterfish on the Sonya. We have Eric on the Ariel, Sir Sean Sheep on the Rhaegar. We've got Marad on the Gaul and Negan on the Cho for Nigarod.
Not too bad.
That's a good name combo. That's a nice two-headed ogre name.
Yeah, it sounds lorish. It's always good when you can hit an ogreish sounding name.
We do have the Sonya versus Greymane up top. The pretty standard matchup, Sonya on that Angry Cloud, but the thing to watch here is Cho'Gall's positioning and how much free siege damage he can get.
Yeah, right now you just see him trying to pressure the lanes with his constant pressure of spells that come out and do a very good job of clearing out waves. See a little bit of that chain action.
And this is the new Leoric as well. So he gets those 2 cleave shots.
Yes, he gets the 2 cleave shots, and his auto attacks in general are a little bit stronger. Every third one doing 50% more damage should help out when trying to chunk the Cho'Gall down.
And we do see him go Consume Vitality at 1 for that 4% damage on an enemy right there. And Cho'Gall gets chained to his front keep, and Cho'Gall has to back away from this, taking an awful lot of damage right there.
Yeah, that extra amount of health he'll get from Consume Vitality will allow him to frontline engage the Cho'Gall with a little less pressure on the healing side of things. He will be able to sustain his own health with each skeletal swing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's definitely a spell of bad time. Wow, from downtown, Cho'Gall gets pulled back to his front wall right there. Gets rooted from the KT. This suplex followed into the shadow charge from the Diablo. Brings Cho'Gall down to about 50% health. He's got to be a little bit careful. He is getting an awful lot of health back thanks to this Rhaegar and Ariel, but you might be able to sustain yourself, but are you going to have the damage to finish someone off? Cho'Gall gets pulled back to the Ariel. The heal comes out to keep him up, but we see Sonya take that top beacon while Nightshade does control the bottom one for now.
Yeah, but the name of the game here is damage, and not enough is coming out from the side of Better Than Yesterday. They're not able to even push off Diablo, and Diablo's going in. We're going to see a lot of healing go on the Cho'Gall. Chains come out. Chain Ariel and Cho'Gall together. Ariel takes a small slow, but she's able to recover quickly. She's got that full hope bar, and the healing ward comes out, and it's just going to be knocked down right away, but Cho'Gall reaps the benefits, and they're slowly starting to pile the damage onto Team Nightshade.
Yeah, the sustain seemingly just a bit too much right now. We'll see if they can keep this up. The Detainment Strike does land on the Leoric. He's forced to Wraith Walk away. Spooky, scary skeletons everywhere right now. Sonya just seems to be handling this top lane pretty effectively. And we'll go back down to the bottom where all the action is. Diablo taking a lot of damage. The Shadow Bolts from Cho'Gall doing an awful lot of damage right now. The Sacred Sweep coming out from Ariel as well. She's got full hope at the moment. Cho'Gall is trying to take this bottom beacon away, but ends up getting pushed off. And it's just a lot of poking, a lot of long-term damage coming out.
Yeah, the patience on the side of Better Than Yesterday proving to be very, very beneficial as they finally wrestle control of that beacon. And they're going to get some channel time here because Nightshade has to retreat, and Diablo's just now making it up to the beacon to steal. So they're going to stop at 34%, but that was a nice little play there by Better Than Yesterday after the long extended engage in bottom lane that's still taking place. Leoric taking a lot of damage. He has to Wraith Walk away. The bomb coming out and hitting Stukov. Stukov's retreating, and Leoric's trying to move away. Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge to push off the Cho'Gall and save Leoric from taking any more damage.
Yeah, but they have not gotten control of this bottom shrine back. And now Sonya looks like she's going to be in a bit of trouble. Does Whirlwind away right there. Does not get that top beacon back.
No, unable to wrestle away control after Diablo comes up from the rotation, but Leoric had to back there. So now it's back to Sonya versus Greymane, and in the bottom lane we have a big engage going on still between these teams, just constant poking and pushing, trying to establish their position. Looks like Cho'Gall's going to be able to start putting on a little bit of siege damage here as he whittles these towers down with his constant pressure of pressure of shadow balls. Shadow bombs.
They're going to get this first tower in front of the fort, and they're just tired of Sonya's nonsense. They're going to go on her, and Sonya just is not long for this world. Good rotation, good gank, but this does leave this bottom fort exposed for the moment, and there's still no real progress on the side of any more beacon phase. Briley taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down. Nice kill. Nice capitalization on Leoric, sticking around just a little too long, and they're going to get this bottom fort.
Yeah, and meanwhile up top, NightShade has responded with a pressure of their own, and they're trying to take down the fort as well. Sonya's going in, but I wouldn't advise it because that fort is not long for this world.
Yeah, Briley in a bit of trouble again. Might have to pop the Wraithwalk to get away. Does barely get away right there. And right now, if you're NightShade, you've got to get a decent wave going.
Yeah, and you have to keep control of this top temple or top beacon, because with the fort being down on your bottom lane, you're going to have a lot more of a troublesome time trying to wrestle away the beacon in bottom lane.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct on this, and we see Ariel sacred sweeping the wave away. And to further put a point on this, the beacon control, they're just going in at this point.
Yeah, both teams content to take what's being given to them right now. Leoric trying to stall out Cho'Gall with this double support as much as possible while his team goes top. Sonya trying to do the same. Sonya ill-equipped to do such things, though. She doesn't have the mobility and survivability of a Leoric, so... But the damage of Cho'Gall is impressive. He is the one-man wrecking crew, and this keep is going to go down as well. And meanwhile, in the top lane, NightShade putting a ton of damage on the keep of their own, and they're going to get a keep as well here.
And so a keep-for-keep trade at 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
With nobody getting a beacon yet.
Briley doing his best to stall out better than yesterday. He's going to end up dying at this point. But
we've got a lot of core damage going on here. Better than yesterday needs to back now, or they could lose this game. Qutoza's putting on a lot of damage here. He's trying to dash around. They're still focusing the core. They're taking a ton of damage on their core, Zex. Diablo's pushing it out. 13%?
Oh, 7? Nice Twilight of Hammer of Twilight right there. 5%. Was it worth it?
They're better than yesterday is gonna try to respond, but it's still so early. Those death timers are already almost down. There's no way they can get to bottom and wrestle away the control. They should have went up top and grabbed that beacon.
Yeah, because that Zerg wave would have pushed into that bottom. What is going on? They're betting the farm on this base race that's not gonna work out for them.
Yeah, you cannot base race when you're at 5% with your shield's still recovering. That's just not a smart play on the side of better than yesterday. I don't know what they're trying to attempt here. They're going to be forced to back here, but it's because Leoric and Diablo are putting in a lot of damage. The APOC comes out to stun out the Sonya and provide more time for them to continue to whittle away this core. The core goes down to 3-2-0%, and that's GG for NightShade. NightShade, they take this series 2-0 in a very weird fashion.
Yeah, so that happened.
We never saw Zerg Wave. The game was over in 9 minutes, and neither team defended the pushes that were going on to their... Well, I mean, NightShade actually committed Leoric there the entire time, preventing Cho'Gall from getting as much traction as they were able to catch up on NightShade and put all that damage on the core.
I would have really loved to have seen uh, better than yesterday back earlier, like as soon as they got that keep.
Yeah, I mean, at any point, Cho'Gall could have left bottom lane. He didn't do it until their core was almost dead, and I feel like that was a mistake. I understand you were trying to apply the pressure and take the advantage that you had with the double support, but at a certain point, you got to be happy with what you got and move on to another phase of the game because you kind of threw it away just looking at NightShade pushing.
Yeah, and if they'd gotten a Zerg wave, they very well could have ended on that.
Yeah, definitely. Going for the beacon right after that fight where they wiped him at the core would have been very helpful because while they didn't have time to actually respond and get a core at that point, they could have taken the beacon and forced a defense on the core with all kinds of damage.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I'm kind of speechless. That was a really weird. That was a really weird game. Um, just hard commit to both teams. Just pushing. Yeah, I'm having flashbacks of Team Freedom all of a sudden, and I'm not liking it. But I mean, better not Nightshade just showing that they had the stronger push, um, despite they were kind of getting handled by that Cho'Gall in the bottom lane. Like the Cho'Gall, I was worried it was just too much heal for them to deal with, and so then they just kind of okay, well let's just go push, and it actually worked out really well for them in that case.
Yeah, there was no response from Better Than Yesterday, so hey, hopefully they learned something and they'll be better than yesterday.
That I see what you did there. So that is going to end it for the night. We'll be back next week with some more cheer league action, some more playoffs coming your way. Let me go through, see who I've got lined up for us real quick. Let's go. Let's see. We got You Face Braxis
Personal favorite of mine.
versus Trog Squad in our 7 p.m. game. Snitches Get Stitches versus Base Gods in the first game of the night next Thursday. So some more Division 2 action headed your way. So, but again, thank you everybody tonight for watching. Please hit that follow button. Please hit that sub button if you even remotely think that this was any form of entertaining, or if you think we suck and you just want to tell us that. So you get noted when we go live. Please hit that follow button. Like I said, we do have a Patreon now going on, patreon.com/Nexus Commentaries. We do have rewards ranging from $1 to, I believe, $10.
Mm-hmm. And any sort of help we receive is greatly appreciated. Our main focus right now is upgrading our equipment so we can bring you a better stream quality, whether that be through the internet connection, the video quality, or the audio quality. That's all we really would spend the money on. So if you're interested in helping us out with that project, feel free to go head on over to our Patreon page or mash that sub button.
Yes, well said. You're much more eloquent than I am. So, again, that's going to be our last game for the night. We'll be back next Thursday at least. Check out the Twitter handle at the bottom to know when we're casting games, on top of finding VODs of previous games as well. So, again, thank you everybody for watching tonight. That's going to do it. Enjoy the last little bit of music as we sign off for the night. Much love and Kappa, everyone.